Welcome back to the AD 1926 video series. Last episode we left off here listening to the church bells at 7th Street, or Route 66, at Boston. Route 66 only came down 7th Street from 1926 to 1932. Let's look north up from 66, up Boston, at the old Atlas Life building. I've chosen to share this building for two reasons. One, it dates back to 1927, so it's of the era of 1926, appropriate for this video. You really get that feeling from this ground floor level. The elevators, the elevator switch. You know what they say about Otis elevators? They never let you down. Say you want to mail a letter, send it down the chute and right into this letterbox. Beautiful engraving. The second reason I chosen to share this is because you can actually stay here. There's a hotel inside this building. Here's the view of Tulsa from my room. And a beautiful neon sign. Back on Route 66, we're at 7th and Boston, looking west, and on our right, we see this beautiful building from 1925, really giving us the flavor for the AD 1926 music. Let's continue west down Route 66, 7th Street, and we turn left and head south down Cheyenne. But if you look north up Cheyenne, which is not 66, you see the Mayo Hotel. A westbound Route 66 traveler in 1926 would have seen it from Detroit. We're zooming in on the Mayo Building, 1910. Behind it is the Mayo Hotel, 1925. Beautiful building, both inside and outside. Here's an ad from 1928. Notice 600 rooms, 600 baths. So they're advertising every room has a bath. This gives us a lot of context for travel in the 1920s. Rates from $3. Even with inflation, that's only $49 in today's money. The fact that they're advertising the adjacent garage tells us that car repairs and the such are needed more often in the 1920s. This 1926 ad shows the hotel as new, with prices at only $2 and up. That's $35 today's money. The modern idea of Route 66 travel that you can only stay at places located on 66 is nonsense. Clearly, people of the era would stay at places like at the Mayo. Look how close this is. This photo is taken from the roof of the Mayo. There's a bar and restaurant up there, cool place to be during the day or at night, because there's a nice, huge neon sign. We've got the Route 66 suite vehicle parked right outside. Let's go through these doors and into this gorgeous lobby. And here's looking down at the lobby from the mezzanine. The rooms are nice as well, so I highly recommend to stay there. Predating the Mayo and just up the street is the Tulsa Theater. One may have seen an opera here, or a show, or a silent movie at a nearby theater. The only one that still exists of that era is the Circle Cinema, and they still have the organ from 1928. The University of Tulsa existed in 1926, and I assume they had a football program at the time and band, so very likely someone would have attended a football game as well. Also giving us a feeling of the 1920s is this villa from that era, now an art museum, just a little bit southeast of downtown. Coming out of downtown, we cross the river on a modern bridge, but we can look east back towards downtown where 66 used to cross, that is, on this 1916 bridge. This side of the river is considered West Tulsa, and we continue down 66 into Red Fork. Here, 66 is now called Southwest Boulevard, but it was 66 or Business 66 for decades. I love this shot because you get the highway, you get the trains and the old station. All three together really give the feeling of early Route 66. Next up is New Taneha, which was new in 1915, so relatively new in 1926. Check out this old gas station that's situated along Route 66 at the entryway to New Taneha. Those two pillars serve as a welcome to that town. Today the pillars are gone, but the old station is still there. you don't really see anything referencing New Taneha. It's referred to as Oakhurst these days. But for our AD 1926 purposes, we'll think about this area as New Taneha, continue along Old 66 to Taneha, which was renamed Bowden or Bowden in 1905. Note that there's both listed on this 1915 map. South of Bowden and almost to Sapupla, there's this house that almost looks like an old station to me. Maybe it was a station in 1926. Well, I'm going to save Sapulpa for the next episode because it seems to have its own character, even though it's so close to Tulsa. So let's end here, and I'll see you soon in Sapulpa, Oklahoma. For more episodes in the AD 1926 video series, be sure to subscribe at patreon.com/Route66Suite. And there's also the Travel Buddy and 66 Club levels where you get bonus content like me playing at this piano coming up with ideas for the Route 66 Suite.